we're back.
We are?
We are. Sorry, everybody.
Dude.
If anyone's there.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry.
Tyler got so angry he threw his computer across the room.
Well, we're back. I don't know if anyone's in here anymore, but we're doing it. We're back in action.
Let's see if I'm
And I managed
oops,
to not
I
lose
closed.
any of my image. So there's that.
Well, I think you definitely tested Photoshop's recovery.
Yeah, which is amazing. I better save it now.
Nah.
No,
For
I'm
what?
gonna save it now.
You don't need to save anything. You've proven that you don't have to.
All right.
It's funny. I
There
should
we
be
go.
saving because I know 3D code can be a little weird sometimes. But you know what? I'm not doing it.
Thanks, Anthony. Yeah. We're always learning over here, folks. Oh man, didn't ruin my brush though. There we go. Well, thanks for coming back, Anthony. Appreciate you tolerating our difficulties.
Thanks for not abandoning us like everyone else.
Yeah, they all left us.
It's funny.
But yeah, back to it. I don't know what we were talking about. I was saying a bunch of stuff, and then I realized I wasn't hearing anything. And then when I tried to like switch to my mouse or my little hot keypad, none of that worked. I used a little
Dude, that's crazy.
Razer device for my hotkeys.
It's crazy that it just sort of that's never happened.
This is the first time that's happened. Yeah, I think you know what it was though. You know what I think it was. Before every stream that we do, I restart my computer all fresh, but my computer's been on for days, and I just went right into the stream.
Dude, okay, folks, I did not know that.
So it's my fault. Yeah, Ray would have stopped me. If he'd have known that I hadn't restarted, he'd have stopped me.
Yeah, man. I'd be like, "What are you doing? You always restart."
Yeah, he'd have been like, "Dude, don't try and do it. Don't try to." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it."
Who do you think you are? Me? Who do you think you are? Me?
I'm doing it. You're not gonna stop me. And then that's what happened. That's what happened, folks.
Well, I think it was a grand display of
yeah, I'll figure out
us not us being totally in it, right? Haven't lost a step.
I didn't even notice. My chair is all messed up now, noisy, but.
Well, you can't blame that. Now you're blaming your chair.
I gotta blame my chair. Yeah. Have you seen? There's this movie I've watched like 100 million times. One of my favorite movies now. It's called Whiplash. I don't know if you've seen this.
Oh, the drumming thing.
Yeah. And there's this scene where he's like berating the kids, making them drum, basically like do a drum off. So like a bunch of them are all drumming, then he's like kicking them out of the seat when they're not on his tempo. And one of the guys like gets kicked out, and then another dude comes in, and then he immediately gets kicked out, and the other guy comes back on, and he sits down and like readjusts the seat on the chair. And then J.K. Simmons is like, "Oh, is that what it was? The seat height. It was the seat height the whole time." I love that scene. I mean, he's a villain. Right? He's a really mean character, but there's some really funny lines that come out of him.
I have not seen that.
Oh, dude,
I've heard of it.
You might love it, man. It's so good. But you might hate it
I
too.
don't know,
You
man.
know, you might hate it.
Yeah, it sound like I'm hating it.
I mean, it's about music, which I think that's why you would like it.
It's just hate music, man.
But it's kind of an interesting. Yeah, it's all about hate and love. No, it's an interesting take on being a creative and like ambition and drive. There's a lot going on in it. It's a really good movie.
No, I will for sure. I need to check it out because that's yeah. I got to see Dune first. I don't know. No, if I say that, then I'm never gonna watch anything, right?
I like Nicholas reminding us what we're talking about. We're talking about NDAs and stuff we're working. Yeah, we cut with the stream cut out right as we were about to say what exactly what we were working on. Um, ah, hate that. I hate when that happens.
Can you imagine? Tyler and I would love to announce that we,
Are going
you
to
know,
tell our NDAs right now.
right now, you won't believe the things that we were working on. Well, I have not been actually since we talked. Okay, so I haven't watched many
Anything. No
movies.
movies. Watch no movies.
Dude, no, well, yeah, I haven't been to like the movie theaters,
No, I get it.
theaters.
It's hard
Uh,
when you got family going on. It's hard.
yeah, but I will say I have had the opportunity to play some video games that have been long overdue.
Oh yeah.
I went through Uncharted 4.
Oh,
That's how long overdue I am.
so good.
You believe,
Naughty Dog games all day.
dude? It was amazing. And I'm. Have you played The Lost Legacy?
No, no. What's
Oh my
that?
God, I'm in it right now. I'm playing it right now. It's amazing.
But what is it? What is it?
It's an Uncharted The Lost Legacy.
Oh, is it one of the? Is it like an add-on to 4, or is it like one of the older ones?
No, it's an add-on to. It's like almost a continuation of 4. To
Man,
be honest with you, I don't know
can't
what it
believe.
was at the time. Was it a DLC? I don't know if anybody in the chat can tell us that because I'm just like this is. I thought it was going to be like a smaller game.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, I feel it's just as big. I'm like when I thought no, I mean I'm not gonna have any spoilers, but like, Uncharted does that thing where it's like hey, like okay, we're at the end. Sweet, can't believe I made it. This is pretty, like I'm at the last stage. That's all we've been talking about is getting here, and then you realize like, no, you're not even close.
I
You're
mean I
not even
loved.
close.
I guess I didn't play this section of it, but I loved just the core game. I played the heck out of it. I love anything Naughty Dog does. Count me in. I just did a
Dude, it
playthrough
was
of The Last of Us recently.
the second.
Both of them. I just play them both together, like back to back.
Ooh. So I just got yesterday, 2 days ago, I got the first one on PC.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because that's the only one they have on
Finally.
PC currently.
Really?
They've always been like PlayStation exclusives.
Right, 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 right. Oh, that's right. Why am I saying really? I knew that.
Really?
Yeah, an idiot. Really?
Whatever,
What
Ray.
are you even talking about?
You're
Yeah, I know.
you're fake
Um,
gamer.
dude, I am. I am. I'm coming to terms with like I oh man, I was like I have to play this game. I got it. It needs to happen.
It's very
I
good.
need to go
Uncharted
through The
games.
Last of Us and yes, it's like man, it was great. And then of course, I'm doing this thing like I have such little time to play video games. I don't want to have to play them again. So this is how intelligent I am. Look up, this is a brilliant idea I came up with. I play all the games on the hardest setting so that I never feel the need to go back and replay it.
Okay. Okay. So you torture yourself. I wouldn't do that with The Last of Us. I wouldn't do that.
Dude, I did that with Uncharted,
Okay.
and I felt like it obviously took way longer, you know. So like that precious time, obviously, you know.
Not to interrupt, but I realize
Yeah,
my
yeah.
camera's out, everyone, and I don't know how to fix it at the moment, so it's just not going to be back on.
Let me see. Yeah, I think it works. Oh, I think I might be.
My little head bubble's not on, but
Yeah.
the issue would be that OBS lost the frame, and I'll have to reinstall the camera. So I just won't have it on for this rest of the stream.
It's all right. Just as long as the host of the show,
Yeah, as long
they
as
see him,
as long as they
they
see
see
him.
the face that brings the money in, then we're good. So fun fact, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but this is some sort of thing. I'm not even going off of Conan anymore. I don't, I'm still kind of struggling with this thing, but I'm gonna texture this really quickly. So, and I'll show you how I do that.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to do this. Check this out, man. You're gonna love this. There's this thing called a clone brush.
Yeah.
So I want to, let's do this right here. Clone. Okay. All right. So you could pick any part of the mesh here that you want. And look what it does. It turns it into a mesh. Bloop. You just pop it right out.
Wow. So you could just make a few things and then kit bash them.
Kit bash them. That's what I'm doing right now.
Amazing. I got to get into this
Trying to
stuff.
center my camera here. And the cool thing about 3D Code is like I can just do this, hit the apply button, and then basically just continue to apply the same thing as many times as I want.
Mm-hmm.
So just like sort of stamp everything in. Now I am kind of an idiot,
I wasn't going to say anything.
and I did everything on the same sculpture, but I don't, you could do it on a different layer and turn it off. It's fine, but I'm not going to do that.
He doesn't care, folks.
No, because if you're not saving, I'm not saving. I'm working destructively.
Well, it turns out Photoshop saves for me.
This is called the ultra destructive stream. Here we go.
We'll see how many times we can get it to cut out again. That's what we'll do. Living on the edge.
Can you imagine at the end, like you're this is almost like a Metropolis 1920s. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I like that. That's got a cool feel to it.
Yeah, so do I. Here, I want to maybe clone this. Dude, what happened to my clone brush? Oh, wait. There it is.
Well, I guess I can talk about what I'm doing too.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, sorry.
Because I'm just
not
using
doing a good job.
No, it's cool. It's because I'm using a round brush. You can't really get transitions. So, well, you can if you kind of like use the opacity to do it. But I'm just gonna sample like back and forth essentially, which is what I do pretty often when I paint digitally. And I'll just like sample back and forth, and that way I can get sort of soft transitions like that. So I can blur out all the areas I want to be kind of blurred. Try this.
I think that's super important.
Yeah,
Because it forces you to make a shape, and that's what we like learned in school was like you have to be aware of what it is that you're laying down.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, this is how I do stairs or like a 3D code. So I just cloned it, and I just basically just enlarged it and just stamped it. See, instant stairs.
Dude, that's amazing.
Okay. Sorry, Tyler. I didn't mean to.
No. Go. I'm fascinated. I'm just
Right.
doodling over here.
I like this right here. So the
Well,
reason why I think you'd like 3D Code, dude, is because it's very organic and it's like Nomad.
yeah, I love that
It's
aspect of Nomad.
pretty user friendly. I would say. I would say pretty user friendly. Here we go.
No, Anthony, I'm using a round brush, but it has opacity turned on for pressure. That's it. But the spacing's pretty big, so you can kind of see the circles. But the edge is hard, yeah. So it's a hard round brush with opacity for pressure just turned on, and that's it. This is just like an exercise. I used to do a lot when I was um, in art school and stuff. I think we saw some artists do it, and we were like, "Oh, okay, we got to try it."
What?
Because it's just when we saw someone do this approach, I forget who it was.
It's probably me.
It's probably you, but it's just a great way to first of all show that brushes definitely do not matter, and it's also kind of an exercise of like how do I learn how to make marks with this new tool. You might switch mediums. You might switch to acrylic or you might switch to watercolor. Like how can you learn quickly to make marks with the new tool or the new medium? And so that's why I like to do this exercise. Because you don't need much. All you need is a round brush.
Right.
I mean, it could be anything. Like
When I
you could just use one single brush. Pick whatever brush from whatever brush set you've ever had and just use that one single brush to do everything. Go ahead, dude. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like when I used to teach at a university, I taught this intermediate painting class, and at the end, like the last project was to do I taught digital painting, and that's literally what I did. And because like you think that you need all of these tools to understand it, and really you don't. Like you're just like, here's a round brush, turn on pressure sensitivity, and go.
Yep.
And the shocking, people are surprised when you go to digital painting if you've never messed around with it, or vice versa. If you're going to traditional painting or just a drawing, don't be surprised if all the same issues that you had with one medium transfers into the other. Like if you make things too dark, you're going to do that in charcoal. You're going to do that in acrylics. You're going to do that in Photoshop. It really has nothing to do with the medium. It has to do with understanding. So I really like that. I like that you're doing this because it really shows like you can get impressive results with that much because it's all about understanding.
Yeah, understanding the forms. Or I mean, I remember Greg Manches said something when we were in school. He'd had that Above the Timberline demo for Massive Black that he did. And he said this great thing in it about like, you don't have to, this kind of all is just an aspect of, doesn't matter what brush you use, but he was also saying like, you don't have to paint an edge really sharp. What you can do is just paint the area and then come back in with the other color and make it sharp. So if you want like a really thin shape, you don't have to paint that really thin shape. You can just paint the area and then use the colors around it to
Right.
to carve back into that stroke that you made. So this is all just about like learning to wield the tools that you have at your disposal.
Oops.
But I think this would be cool though next week to or whenever we come on again, maybe in 10 months when we come back on, to to have me or
To
I'll tr-
celebrate the new year, I
yeah
think we should
when we when we celebrate you know
the next eclipse, the next
the next
you know,
eclipse. Yeah,
com-
but I could try to do another painting, but without the opacity on. So just try and do it with a hard round only. That could be interesting. Because in that situation,
I think that'd be
you
cool.
can't finesse anything. You're gonna have to really get your colors and values selected properly.
It's brutal. It's real deal painting.
But even when I paint in oils, I'm using opacity. I'm using like finessing in the scrubbing in the color. I think I've found that like acrylic or gouache is a lot more like that unforgiving. You got to put it down. It's got to be right, kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. It's like it is, yeah, unforgiving. Like it's like nope, 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 nope. Okay, nope.
So here's the thing, like now I'm gonna start to like pull the focus. Like the triangle of the eye and the nose. That's the place I want people to look. So I'm gonna start to like just lightly blur the edges of everything to give that a lot more focus. That's gonna be my tightest areas. So just remember, the viewer looks to the area of highest contrast. So sharp edges or values will be the things that pull their eye. Yeah, see that, Anthony in the chat. That would be cool. Like try and do a pointillist portrait, or just like master copy or copy a photograph like I'm doing here. This is just a frame from Conan the Barbarian, which we haven't even talked about Conan the Barbarian yet, but we should.
John Milius, man.
Don
The
Milius, the legend.
people think of, yeah, people think about Hitchcock and Kurosawa. I think about John Milius.
Well, Milius never. I mean, he directed a bunch of movies, but
Yeah.
this is like the one I think he's most known for. He wrote Apocalypse Now and a couple of other famous movies, but this one he directed, and I can't even. I was looking at his earlier. I was looking at the other movies that he's done. Like I don't even know these. I've never seen them. Barely heard of them.
I maybe went through them one time, but yeah, wasn't really like super familiar.
Well, the other what's it? Man, I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to look it up. I just had it off the top of my head. Is it like Nicola? The guy who did the music. He did like RoboCop. He did Hunt for Red October. The composer.
Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't know that.
It's like everything that came out around that time. If anyone knows ahead of me, jump in there. But I was impressed by that dude's resume, essentially. Basil Paul Dioris. Man, he did like the score for everything in the time period.
Well, that's impressive.
Except for Legend. Didn't do Legend.
No.
Jerry Goldsmith. Yeah.
No.
The Legend. The Legend.
Dude. I am yeah. I'm not going down that.
We're not going to play that game again.
It's like This texture. What is going on here?
All right, so you haven't seen any movies.
No, but I played
Oh,
video games.
you got games going on. Have you played
Eh,
I'm deep in a replay of Elden Ring.
Dude, I have not played that.
You got to. It's hard, but
Yeah, I have not played it.
once you figure out how to make it not hard anymore, it's super good.
Dude, what is 3D Code doing here?
Got all kinds of technical difficulties today.
Yeah, it's like not even. What are you doing to me? It's like gaslighting me. Oh well. I was gonna show how I paint. Let me move this here.
You know, I'm just glad we're back, man. Who cares if anything works?
I think we
I'm
broke
just glad we're back.
everything like atrophied.
Nothing needs to work. It's
Right?
overrated. It's
I mean,
overrated.
like,
Things working, overrated.
it just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, it gives.
Like,
That's my thing. I've never been good at Souls-like games, but I saw the DLC and I was like, I gotta get good at this, and so I realized I could just like summon people to help me through areas, which I've been utilizing like crazy. And
what do you mean? Like call people like your friends and be like, "Yo,
no,
can you
you
help?"
can you can put down this furled finger mark thing, and it will just call in other people on the network that are just there to help out, and they can come join into your game and like help you beat the boss.
No, no way.
So I just do a lot of that, like when the boss is frustrating me, instead of just sitting there banging my head against it, I will summon somebody and we'll just charge in there and kill them, and then I can move on to the next aspect of the game. So the game has like a built-in cheat system. Like it lets you cheese the bosses really quick.
Sorry, I just oh, oops, 3D Code. Okay. It is not liking what I'm doing here to it. Time to restart.
It's going away, folks. You gonna restart your whole machine or just 3D Code?
No, no, man.
He would never restart his whole machine. That'd just be
Save,
rude.
change it before quitting. No, I already saved, right?
About to find out.
Hold on 1 second. Texture. There we go.
All right, I'm starting to keep my focus where I want it to be on this one. These are I think our best episodes when we're trying to figure things out.
It's a lot of awkward silence.
Just quiet.
And like, oh God. Let's see. Will it work? Do we have layers?
I think at some point we just need to do a whole season that is Conan related.
Hey man. I'm kind of down in a very strong, like, I have a strong feelings towards that. I don't know why.
Towards Conan, or
Yeah, I think like because Conan's awesome.
yeah, I haven't watched the original movie in a while. I think it might be time.
All right, where's my?
See James Earl Jones being a badass.
Huh.
I should have
Oh, that's interesting.
I should have like grabbed another photo and had it waiting, because I didn't think I was going to be done with this so fast.
Well, you know what you could do? You could um, just do your thing and just read from the chat and hang out with people.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's back to Elden Ring and what's being said in the chat. Yeah, I am. I'm doing a. There's this sword you can get called the Sword of Night and Flame, I think, and I'm just running a build off of that, and I'm now to the point where I can just like almost one shot everything that comes near me. It's great. It's thrilling stuff.
So, was it a? When did you edit preferences? No.
Don't edit preferences.
No, I just messed up. Edit preferences. Viewport. Don't hide the vid. Hide view gizmo. No. Hide material preview. No.
Well,
Show.
here's Conan.
There we go. Apply. Dude, that looks great.
The Riddle of Steel.
Kind of makes me feel like I should have, I don't know, maybe not have opened up 3D today.
I mean, I'm gonna blame it on crashing the stream earlier. That was your
Dude,
that was your thing.
it
Was your thing that did it?
you know, I made, dude, I made the mistake of updating 3D Cope before I went on. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just update it, you know, for purposes of like, you know, for stability purposes. And it's like my menus are not showing up anymore. You know, just to make sure that everything works fine. Nothing works fine.
Yeah. I mean, I updated OBS, so maybe that's why I had issues. But
All right.
I'll just keep getting the details right on this.
Yeah, just I want you to
This looks kind of like Conan.
help me help you. Your boy's gonna just do what I need to do to get this thing into Blender and then texture it there.
You got this, man. I believe in you.
Blender. Okay, we're good, right? All right, we're good. Get me out of there.
So I'm just going to keep blurring everything down until it's the exact amount of focus that I want. Yeah, it's pretty close. Looks kind of like him. He's still there. I didn't get dropped again.
Oh, I'm still here, dude. No, I'm like reset this page to default. Oh my God, Tyler, we're back.
Oh, okay, good. Whew.
Oh, we did it. Because when we do it, when we put our brains together, we can accomplish anything.
G.I. Joe.
All right, I don't have to texture in Blender. I can just texture in 3D Code, which takes 2 seconds, as you could clearly see.
Obviously.
All
yeah,
right.
I mean, I was going to say,
Obviously.
I wasn't going to say anything, but.
God. Dude, I'm saving this. All right, okay. All right, get this ambient occlusion out. Don't need that. All right, cool. All right, so now.
Lean that more red.
Dude, where are my controls?
If it's not one thing, it's another.
Sliders. No.
This kind of thing happens to me in Daz sometimes, where like
Stencils.
I lose everything, and I'm like, I don't know how I changed that, and I don't know how to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know what I. Man, I messed something up. I know I.
Oh yeah, Anthony Pankos got me good. His little book that he put out, he got me good. I totally fell victim.
Dude, can you right? I was like,
I was like,
how long? How
oh,
long?
nice.
Yeah, but Tyler, how long did he spend on that? You know?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. When people want to do an April Fool's thing, they do it.
I mean,
We were thinking about doing one
he's
for the
this
whiskey, but we didn't. We didn't end up doing it.
good. Because then I just would have been like, you know, where where am I? You know?
There's this news site, like movie news site that I go to all the time. I have gone to for years and years and years. And I never go to it on April 1st because they always have some joke movie news thing, and I fall for it every time. They got me good one year. They had a like a headline for an article that was this was years ago. Like we're talking like 20 years ago. They had a headline for an article that was like David Fincher is going to make a sequel to Seven called Eight, and here's the logo, and then like the G and the eight was the number eight, and totally got me. I totally fell for it, and so I never go to that site on April 1st anymore because they got me.
Uh, all right,
That's it.
let's see.
That's my story.
I uh I think that's hilarious. I love that. I love that's you just like, whoop, see you later, you know?
I mean,
Like
I
good
still
for
go to
you.
the site. I just don't go on that day.
No, no, no. No, good for you. I'm like I give you a lot of respect.
I knew you would. I knew you'd appreciate it.
Good for you. I'd be like, yeah, screw him. You're
Never
right,
go there
Tyler.
again.
You're right. You shouldn't.
I think I'm getting the specular on this guy a little too heavy. I gotta reduce it.
Dude, this is driving me crazy. I like I, I was going to go back and see what I did wrong. Like how did I
Oh,
can't find this window.
are you like you're fully stuck, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where
Do it live. Do it live.
we're doing it live. Restore workspace.
Ooh, maybe that's it.
Mm, no. Okay. All right. Ray doesn't know.
It's all right.
So all I want to do is do this. All I want to do is go to where are my stencil controls? Okay, so this is here. All right, that's cool.
What are you talking about?
Dude, yes. It must be a bug. Yeah,
What?
right?
What's a bug?
I don't know. I don't know what's a bug anymore. Nope. Hold on. I'm trying to like
We don't know anything.
what? Sculpt tree, turn it off. Just shut your mouth, sculpt tree. Just shut your mouth. All right. Why am I? Oh my god.
All right. I think I've reached a point where I don't want to do anything more on this guy. No, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I'm always ready to be finished. Always. I know. Nicola, me too. I was gonna buy that book. I was like, Pankos is doing a
Which
book
book?
like this. I'm buying it.
Oh
Pankos
yeah,
April
sorry.
Fools.
Right.
I was
So,
totally gonna buy
okay,
it.
so it was dude, what is this?
It's beautiful.
I don't know what this is. This is not even
Well, Arnold's looking
how
at
do,
you with a side eye. That's for sure.
dude, I have what is what is this diamond shaped thing going over the whole thing? What am I looking at here? Dude, I am. Oh my God, my insides. Oh,
You're gonna be all right, man. I know it.
fuck it. Okay. Oh, oh my God. All right. Uh, I'm gonna see if I can import this. I don't know. I don't want to do anything dumb here. Okay. This is
We're
nuts.
so
Sorry,
ready.
everyone.
We're
I'm
so
just
ready for
like
prime time.
dude. I am like, I'm perplexed.
No, it's all good, dude.
I'm just,
I'm
yeah.
not worried.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I'm
worried.
just, yeah. I don't know. All right. I
All
don't know
right.
why it's doing it.
Should I like in the corner of this? Should I just do a little like round brush plop? Like yeah, that's what I did it with.
Dude, you should do something. Something that allows us to say that we had a finished, something finished instead of whatever the hell
I'm just gonna put
I'm doing here.
little round brush dabs here and there, so people can see that I 100% did this with a round brush.
Well, we're back.
What? From where?
The UVs are fine. I don't know what's going on anymore. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, so all right.
Yeah, dude. Gibbs is right.
Dude,
That's
this
what
is
you
all
get
I
for saying it's
wanted.
great software.
Oh, this is so funny. Oh my God. All right. Right, Gibbs? Like this is like what I get. Big time. I'll never use this software again.
Yeah, I'd be
I'm gonna
done
pull
with
a
it, man.
Tyler.
I'm never using it, that's for sure. With all the trouble you've been having over the past few minutes, I wouldn't even say a good word about that software.
I
Or
know,
do
right?
what?
All right. Dude, what is oh my God. All right, we're good. I think everything's good. All right, we're having fun. We're having fun.
Is it?
All right, so all I wanted to do, this is all I wanted to do. Get out of here. All right, so what I can start to do here is you could paint this like Substance Painter. Like I could, it's not
Really?
like as like, oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Painting this model with some like this motley green thing here. Like it looks like crap right now.
No, but it looks like it's
I don't know if you
patinaed or
could,
something.
yeah. So you see this, like the stuff
But
that
it's
I'm
like
putting, it's
just
like almost like
projecting it down.
mold. Yeah, it's all because I already generated the UVs for it. So I could just paint right on top and it'll be no problem.
All
And it
right, I
took
guess
like a
this
3
program's kind of
million.
cool.
Dude, it's so fast when it works, when it's not.
And
Okay,
this,
so then what I could
like,
do is I could
what you're
take
spraying
this.
down, is that like on a different layer?
Yeah, it's on a different layer. See, look, and I changed the blending. Now it's, see that now?
Oh, wow.
Look, this was a standard blend. It was a different color,
I gotta get
but I
into
just
this.
wanted. Look at this. See, in your face, Gibbs and Tyler. All right, so that was it. That's all I wanted
Oh,
to
that's
do.
cool. That looks great.
Shut up, Tyler.
Looks like Conan's ready to climb that thing.
Dude, I don't want Conan anywhere near this.
Well,
Okay? You hear me?
look at Arnold is side eyeing you right now.
Dude, it's just like, oh, I know what I did wrong. Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, I'm an idiot. All right. Well, that's what I get. Oh, I saved it for 3ds Max instead of Blender.
Classic.
You know that 3ds Max. You know that program I don't have.
Yeah, don't save it for that.
Yeah.
I could have told you that.
Jesus. Unbelievable.
Just come to me. I'd have told you. Don't do that.
All right, I got to do this off camera. I don't want any potential NDA stuff here.
Yeah, I kind of have to do that with Photoshop a lot. I have to like have it open before we stream because Photoshop has that little like preview area now where it just shows all the things you've been working on.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I just closed Photoshop. I'm like, that's dumb. I'll just have to turn off my camera next time. All right. So there it is. It's imported. All right.
Nice. Well, dude, hopefully you can go see Dune soon so we can talk about it.
Dude, yes, I really would love to. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm looking forward to when we get a chance to talk about it.
No, it's not though. It's not good.
As a huge Dune fan that you are, I think you'll be.
I would call
pleased.
myself a huge. I would call myself a huge Dune fan. I would. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of things.
Yeah, he hates most
Dune,
stuff. Everybody.
Definitely one of them. All right, finally. Let's make some temples.
I actually just started reading them again because I just wanted to get back to the source material.
What do you which one you reading? The
Dune.
first one?
Yeah, Dune.
Yeah. It's a little slow.
I noticed an interesting little difference though that none of the filmmakers have done. And
what?
The eyes of Ibad is the blue eyes that you get when you're exposed to the spice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way Herbert describes them, the eyes are completely blue. Like,
yeah.
And he says like in a dark room they look black, and that is a really cool effect. Like just completely like midnight blue, like the deepest blue color you can picture. Like you can't see any iris, no sclera, no nothing, just a shiny blue orb.
The shiny blue orb, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like the. What are you up to now?
I just started like a couple days ago, so
okay.
I'm like 20 pages in.
I'm like, man, when the Fremen and the no spoilers. The book was out in the 70s, but also I got respect to the people who haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, I mean Denis does his own interpretation, but he doesn't. I don't think it's. From what I remember, it's not vastly different. It's just he chooses emphasis in different areas.
Okay. I like the one with like, Gurney. All I'll say is like Gurney's. When Gurney meets the Fremen. Are you up to that scene?
In the book?
Yeah.
No, I'm like I said, I'm like 20 pages into it. So
Paul, 20 pages.
Paul just had
20. Yep.
Just had the gum.
Paul's tying his shoes. So he's tying his shoes for
about
15 pages. I mean, no offense, Frank, but
I think Frank's got like a hidden maybe like a hidden message with the Gom Jabbar, because when he introduces this concept, the character, like the Reverend Mother lady, she
Yeah.
describes it.
Gasmaham. Yeah.
Yeah. She describes it as the Gom Jabbar will only kill animals. Right? This
Um,
is how she describes it in the book. I just read it last night.
yes.
It will only kill animals. And then she says to put his
Correct.
hand in the box. And if he takes his hand from the box, he will be stabbed by the needle. But if he's
Yeah.
a human, he could take his hand from the box and not be killed by the needle because it only kills animals. I think there's some sort of hidden message there from Herbert about like it really doesn't matter whether he passes the test or not. He is a human.
Oh. Well, it's well, I read it as just people like him the being like a Kwisatz Haderach that was not quite right. Was someone that was absolutely dangerous and could be controlled like a wild animal.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
think I still read it like that, but I don't. There's either as a mistake in his reasoning or he had some sort of
yep,
deep
I like yours better though. I like yours better.
that that he has like a hidden meaning in what the
Yeah.
Gom Jabbar really means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in the movie, they don't even talk about it in the sequel, I don't think. But in the first film that you have seen, she
Right.
says, "This will just kill you if you take your hand from the box."
Right.
But it's not that
Right.
way in the novel. It's a little different, which is interesting to me.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily like it's like human. It's an unrefined, non like not somebody who's mentally resolved or resolute. That makes sense.
Yeah, almost like it's dual layered. Like you're either there's three things you could be. You could be a human, you could be an animal, or you could be the Kwisatz Haderach. And this test will prove one of those things. So like
Right.
if he's a human, he
Because
can pull his hand
they're
from the
messing with
box.
genetics.
Right, but I mean, at least in the context of the test, if he's a human, he could pull his hand from the box and get stabbed and live. But if he's the Kwisatz Haderach, he won't pull his hand from the box. I think that's the multi-layer to the test.
Yeah. Yes. I guess I have to. Yeah. But also, he's like he wouldn't be. Yeah. Yeah. Because she does call him human. Like they know he's something,
Yeah,
right?
he's got to be something.
It's yeah. So like, and it could be, and they've had things go wrong for them in the past,
Right, which
where it's like
she says in that scene right away. She's like, if you aren't, it doesn't matter. We'll figure out how to make the Kwisatz Haderach another way.
right, and like it's usually like a failed, like you have some sort of deformity or like because men shouldn't be able to survive that. Like they can't survive the spice agony. So that's yeah, I don't know. I like what you were saying though.
And maybe I don't know.
I
I'm
like it.
just interpreting it that way.
No. I like it.
It could be cool. Could be cool.
It's
Who knows?
like one of those. Well, it's like Star Wars, right? Where like our good friend Eric Johnson used to like he always used to surmise that like when Yoda was like said like you're too old to begin the training,
Yeah.
right? He always felt that it was something that he always said to everyone
Oh, that's a
as a
cool
test.
interpretation. I never heard him. I don't
Like
remember
it
him
was
saying that.
had nothing to do about age. It had everything to do with just like,
How
you know,
persistent will you
being able
be?
to like, yeah, like how, and also just how, yeah, how persistent will you be? Yeah, how persistent will you be?
That's cool. I never thought of it that way. I never even heard
Right? I love
Eric
that.
Eric say that. That's cool.
All right, here you go. Oops. What did I do? Simple, man. No, don't want that. All right, we in Blender.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, Nicola,
Where's my
is there a
redash
noticeable
modifier?
difference between Frank's books and his son's for the series? Ray can answer this. I have not
Yes.
read any of his son's books, but I hear they're terrible.
Yeah. No, they're great.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here's Ray's review.
Yeah.
Read. By the time the sixth book, Chapter House, ends, I honestly think the damn series is a mess. And so it's just not. I don't know. Ray's favorites are, and I'm just saying my favorites. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, but I always felt that the first one, the first and second are perfect. I didn't really feel like,
Dune and Dune
for
Messiah.
me, yeah, they go hand in hand. And if Denis Villeneuve is gonna do Doom Messiah, it makes sense. And him and I are on the same wavelength,
There's
right?
no way he won't. There's no
'Cause
way he won't. Warner Brothers wants
well,
him.
because I don't, yeah, and I don't think. See, the thing about Doom Messiah is that like, needs to be that's it right there. Like it explains so much. Okay, so then you have,
Well, let's not to spoil anything, but let's just say
yeah,
he leaves some things unanswered.
he leaves a ton of things unanswered. Right, right.
Well, even
You're
in
right.
in
So
Dune
he,
Part 2, he leaves a lot of things. The filmmaker leaves a lot of things unanswered.
oh, okay, got it. Okay, yeah. So you have that, right? You have, and then three. I didn't really like enjoy three at all. I felt like it didn't ask any interesting questions.
What's that
And it
one?
didn't give me any
Children of
interesting.
Dune? Is that what that one is?
Yeah, Children of Dune. Yep, yep. So that's my opinion.
Well, I mean,
And
it
then the
doesn't
series
sound
kind of
like.
goes.
I mean, maybe they would, but right now it doesn't sound like Denny is interested in making Children of Dune. This
No,
sounds like
don't.
he's interested in
No, it
making
gets
Dune
all.
Messiah.
I think that's the way you end it,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
it sounds. It. I mean,
Yeah.
again, to not spoil anything about the movie because you haven't seen it, but it ends in such a way that it seems obvious that they're going to go into another film. Like it's open.
Great.
It's open in a way that would make sense to make another film.
Right. Okay. That makes me happy because
And
I think it's.
I don't think they wouldn't. There's no way they wouldn't.
I just think that it's like. Yeah. So the fourth is when things start to get a little bit more philosophical, where like Herbert really goes deep into his own philosophy of things. That's the fourth one. The fifth one, Heretics of Dune, is in many ways my favorite, but it's not very Dune. It's a very different style. And then the sixth one, Chapter House, is my least favorite. And then by the time Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson came around, they were basically, I feel like they did their best to remedy just an awful situation, try and finish off like an awful, just, it's like, it might be losing followers here, but it's kind of like Star Wars, you know, like The Last Jedi. Like some people felt like it was like, regardless of what you feel of it, it left the series in a mess that J.J. Abrams had to come in and be like, all right, because they kind of ignored it and tried to patch over as much stuff as possible,
Well, you're not
right?
losing me as a fan because I hated The Last Jedi.
So like
Hated
that's
it.
what I mean. Like it's like what do we do now that this thing was pretty much ruined, right? Like what,
Yeah, how do we
what,
pick up
how
the
do we fix
pieces?
this mess?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do we fix this? It's just a mess,
And
right?
they
And
didn't.
so
They couldn't. It was too. It
no, they
was too
couldn't,
ruined.
right? And I think that's how I feel about the Herberts, like them trying to finish off Dune. Now, I will say this: their prequels, because before they started that, they wrote prequels leading up to Dune. Oh man, so good.
Oh, they're good. Oh, cool.
The House trilogy is excellent, like excellent, man. You would, Tyler, you would love it. You would love it because it's like everything I wanted. It's like a different flavor of Dune. It's not as slow paced, but it's so good because it delves into the world a lot more, and you could play around in the world that Herbert built, and I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
So
I'll have to check that out.
I would recommend. I would highly recommend that. House Atreides, House Harkonnen, and House Carino. Excellent.
Well, I'm
You
I'm
know,
excited. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm really excited for you to see how they did Gady Prime in the film.
dude, I can't wait.
It
I
is.
can't wait. I have so many.
They
You
used
know
like a
me. You
practical
know.
effect, which is going to blow your mind when you see it.
Okay.
They did like a practical film development effect, and you're going to love it.
That makes me happy because I just think, yeah. I mean, I'm just happy that people like Dune.
Well,
Full stop. You know.
Denny clearly does. This is like his
Well, you
magnum
could tell
opus, dude.
yeah, you could tell he's a fan, like a big time fan. Like he understands the source material really well.
And it seems like
And
he has his interpretation. I mean, once you see this movie, you'll kind of see like he seems to have his interpretation of what's important to tell in this tale.
yeah, and that's, you know, I'm fine with that. Like if it doesn't work, there's so many ways you can tell the story of Dune, though. So it's like if it doesn't, if yeah, so I'm totally fine with it. I think like I'm already like thinking like, okay, it's like kind of Peter Jackson esque. Like they're gonna be people that just don't like it.
Oh, sure, sure. And
But you know,
amazingly, there are people that don't like the Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson's take on
yeah.
the Lord of the Rings, amazingly.
Oh yeah, I've met them. I've met
Yeah,
those people. I was
it's
like,
incredible that they
huh,
exist.
interesting. I was like, would you rather it not happen? I mean, that was a hell. I mean, if you had a stab at it, that's a way to go.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
yeah, it was done. I mean, I'm a fan, so I'm super biased, but it was the most faithful way to have possibly done it.
Yeah. All right. So these are my. This is the land that. Here, let's see if we can. It's like a quickie little land here, as
All right,
promised.
I think I'm done with this guy. Adjust his nose a little bit. We have Conan the Barbarian, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I didn't really match the lighting. Let's see if I can. Where's the lighting coming from,
Oh,
Tyler?
that's great. Where is it coming
Upper
from?
right hand corner. Let's see here.
Looks like there's multiple
and then
light sources. Oh, I see. Yeah, upper left.
upper
Ooh,
left.
that's cool. Dang. Just instant atmospheric perspective.
Yeah, it's a principal volume thing. But that's what I made with like just one asset. You know, you could just do so much with that. And then I have a bunch of add-ons that procedurally generate the, you know, the sky and stuff. All right, so we can do so many other things with it though. We can. Let me see if I can add. I have 10 minutes.
Yeah, what time we got?
Let's do. Let's see if this
Yeah,
will.
you're right, Gibbs. You're right. And I think the miracle was that Peter Jackson had very little oversight. Once he had tons of
What do you
oversight,
mean?
that the Hobbit trilogy is really bad, and the Rings of Power television show I think is really bad. And I think the reason why we got lucky and got the Lord of the Rings is that he had very little oversight. If you watch some of the documentaries and stuff, he was constantly lying to the studio, whether it was Miramax at the beginning or New Line Cinema or the Weinsteins. He was lying to them about what he had done, what he needed, and how much he was going to let the budget like be spent. Like he was constantly, and maybe this is the art of being a director and making a great film and working with big studios that is your budget. But he was fibbing to them in order to get what he needed, and it worked. It allowed him to make a movie very uncompromised. And then and you can tell the second he had the studio in his face to make a sequel, the Hobbit films, they were disaster. No offense. No offense to anyone who worked on those movies. You're all great. You all did great stuff. They weren't very good.
Those movies felt like he never had any control. Like it was like one quagmire after the next, I felt.
Well, because he wasn't supposed to be the director. It was Guillermo del Toro was supposed to be the director. So he's just picking up the pieces.
Like, but can you imagine like having it's, I don't know. It just like, how do I salvage this? I think it felt like a salvage operation.
There's a great shot. Speaking of that, like, how do I salvage it? Which I assume is the question he was asking himself. But there's a great shot where they, in the behind the scenes for the Hobbits, where they had made this giant set, and this is as they had begun filming the third section of the film, and Guillermo del Toro had just left, and so they have this giant set where they're supposed to have this huge battle scene. None of it's choreographed. They have everybody on set in outfit. There's barely a script for the scene, and everyone's just kind of standing around, and way in the back corner on a table, you just see Peter Jackson with his like head in his hands, sitting at a table, trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do that day.
Oh my God.
And that's
Can
like
you
a
imagine?
perfect metaphor for the Hobbit films.
Can you imagine?
No, I mean,
All right.
I can imagine what we got.
Damn, Tyler.
They're not good. I mean, maybe this is my opinion,
No,
but they're just terrible. They're really bad.
Yeah. They got this like kind of let's see what sticks, kind of like George Lucas prequels vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
just like sort of unhinged. Just
like we'll figure it out.
Just make everything.
Did it before.
Yeah. And there's that like there's the I could be upset about those films, or anybody could be, just based on like how different they are from the books. Sure, that's always like a great place to stand when you're upset about the material. But even on as standalone movies, forget that books even exist. They just kind of don't make much sense. But we can get off of that. We don't have to gripe. Let's not gripe. Let's not start the season by griping.
Listen, I'm not griping.
I am.
You're griping.
I'm correcting myself here. Let's keep it cool. We're loving it. We got a great set of science fiction films that just came out.
We're having fun. We're
loving it. Enjoy.
All right, here we go. Let's
Check
see if
them
I
out.
can get this.
if you get a chance before they leave the theaters, everybody, go see Dune.
All right. We are
The more of you that
6
go
minutes
see
away.
it, the more Warner Brothers will want to make a sequel, even though I guarantee they're going to do it.
I think they will. That's it. That's it, baby.
Yeah. It seems unlikely that they wouldn't, to be honest. Well, we got 5 minutes left.
Dude, I'm like...
I'm done with Conan the Barbarian. Calling it.
All right, hold on one second. I am, right now as we speak...
My chair is so loud on mic. Wow.
Trying desperately. I don't hear it.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I don't hear it. No.
Say I'm done, then I go right back in. Make a couple more little strokes. Lisan Al-Gaib. What's up, Eric Braddock? How you doing, man? Been a while.
Dude, Eric Braddock's in the...
yeah.
Here? Oh, man. Eric. What an incredible artist, man.
Yeah, fantastic.
That's
Talked
awesome.
to you in a
Thanks
while,
for
man.
coming.
Thanks for joining. We're just having technical difficulties over here. That's how season 5 is opening up.
I'm not having technical difficulties.
Oh, he hasn't had
Tyler
a
is.
problem. Not a single problem. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm
You're
calling
being
it. This
reckless with my...
This is Arnold, made with a round brush. Everybody, I'll prove it.
All right, I am almost
I'll
done
prove it.
here.
Round brush. It's made with a round brush. That's all you need. Don't need fancy brushes. Remember that.
So I want to say it's awesome that people like Eric are in the chat. We appreciate everyone.
Whoa, dude, you're making some crazy
is
stuff
joining
over
us.
there.
I told you I'm not having difficulties.
Yeah,
you are.
no problems, no problems at all with Ray's stuff. Oh, you gotta have some smoke coming off those, dude. Otherwise, it don't make sense.
Dude, I'm trying everything in my power. I am like blasting my computers. These are very heavy assets here.
Well, yeah, because they got all kinds of crazy light source projections.
Don't even worry about it, dude. It's fine.
Just get some
I haven't
smoke.
even saved.
Get some smoke coming off of those.
All right, I got...
You got 3 minutes.
Yep, but it's not like easy for me to... Let's see, chimney smoke. Let's see if this is anything here.
The one next to
Will
it,
this
the
work?
really thin base is probably right. Oh man, they just have it cut off suddenly, as opposed to like.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
All right.
This one right here?
Yeah, that one looks more correct, but it can't end abruptly, right? It's got to slowly form out of the flame. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Does that work? Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm just going to turn this off really quick. Alt-D. Little blender tip. If you got to duplicate a bunch of stuff, don't do Shift-D to duplicate.
Why?
Use Alt-D. Make an instance rather than a actual copy.
What does that mean?
It will just, which means that it's just basically putting the same data set in there, so it's not, you don't have to pay the polygon tax.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you look at my polygons, I have, you can't see them, but there you go. I'm only running 304,000 right now, and that's impossible with all of these things. If I would have millions and millions. All right, Tyler, here you go. Here's your smoke.
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
that doesn't
nice.
look too bad. All right.
Because it's catching some of the light. That looks right. That looks correct to me.
Yeah, okay. I got to put some smoke right here, and then I'll call it.
Mirror modifier Gibbs is saying. Come on, dude. Get with it.
Dude, but the problem with the mirror modifier is I should have used it.
That is the problem. That's usually the problem.
Yeah. But the problem with arrays is that they don't also, like, it might array it though, right? So I pay the polygon tax with that. There's a way to do it.
You're trying to be like libertarian about this and not pay taxes.
Trying to live free.
A little political humor there, folks.
All right, we're good. All right, I'm gonna render this, and it should be in. Here we go.
I'm rendering mine too, man. Been rendering it the whole time.
Render. Bam! There you go.
You know, we ultimately had a pretty good opening. That looks amazing, man. I liked when you had the camera.
Mirror modifier.
I like when you had the camera tilted a little bit more so that you could see the towers on the right side.
All right, let's do it now.
Doing it live.
Like this?
No, not like perfectly down. Tilt it a little, like tilt the horizon, like where all the towers vanish. Like move that to the right a little bit. No, other way.
No.
Yeah. Compositionally, that feels better to me.
Okay. Final approval.
Yeah. So that way that that opening kind of ends on a third. I like that.
We can go like this. A little bit of there. A little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Boom, done.
Eric, this happens to me too. This happens to me with ZBrush. Whenever I don't use it, I forget everything about it.
Dude, it is... Yeah, Blender is very frustrating. Vanilla Blender is frustrating, I think. I use a lot of add-ons. In case anyone's wondering, I use a ton of add-ons.
So you're like cheating with a whole bunch of add-ons.
Dude, yeah.
Whatever, dude. Cheater.
Yeah. I think they're instance, right? If you go to the edit mode, you just... Oh, yes. Okay, so yes, with the mirror modifier, it is until you apply it. Yes. The problem is I want a little bit more, to answer Gibbs' question, I want a little bit more control over where I place it. So I could mirror one row and then duplicate that, I think, but I don't know. Whatever. That's how you do it. All right, it's done. See? Look at that. 45 seconds to render, dude.
That's quick.
Can you believe that?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a Starfield, right? You know? It's a Starfield correct.
I'm never doing the stream again.
All right. Well, on that note, we have reached time, so it's time to sign out. Conan.
Sounds good, dude.
And the elephant. What'd you call it? The elephant tower? This is radio, folks.
I'm not even sure. Lisan Al Gaib. The Tower of the...
Lisan Al Gaib.
Yeah. Oh, God. So good. All right, dude. So who have you been?
I have been, and always will be, Tyler Jacobson. And you can find me at tylerjacobsonart.com, or my Instagram is at tylerjacobsonart. It's been a pleasure. It's good to be back. And how about you?
And thanks for allowing me to introduce myself. I've been and always will be Ray Bonilla. You can find me at raymondbonilla.com, Instagram Ray Bonilla Painter, and that is about it in terms of where you can find me. Um, Thank you for those for joining those who join us live. Really appreciate it. Always having fun in the chat. The chat was awesome. Uh, I always miss the chat. And if you watch this on demand, video on demand, which I actually, Tyler, we had a whole bunch of people message me saying like, I can't wait to watch it on demand, and like really great painters. And I'm like, what are you doing watching us?
Oh
You
well,
know,
that's great. I'm
but it's
glad.
awesome. So if you, yeah,
I'm
if you are
intimidated now,
watching,
but
yeah. If you are watching us on demand, please consider giving us a like and hit subscribe and check out our the YouTube account so you could see all the videos that we previously recorded. And if you want to stay up to date when we do stream, if you want to catch a live episode, give us a follow on Instagram at live.brush, and we'll announce when our streams are and if there's any cancellations or anything like that, or share any cool stuff that we're working on.
yeah,
And
and
I
as a
think that's
little
it.
like tiny bit of house cleaning, the currently all of our season 4 episodes are under the live tab on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to work on migrating those over so that they're in the regular tab as well as the live tab. But if you want to check out season 4 that we did last year, it's all under the live tab currently. But yeah,
Killer.
that's it. That's us signing off. It's been a good one, Ray.
Awesome. Thanks everyone. Thank you, Tyler.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.